Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Tyler Merkovich alongside Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. And we're bringing you a Sunday night football preview. Arizona Cardinals at the New York Giants. Kurt Warner returning to New Jersey, where he mentored Eli Manning in his rookie campaign here. Arizona coming off a big win in division. The Giants get embarrassed in New Orleans. And Arizona, they still don't get that running game going, but they throw the ball all over the field with Fitzgerald, Preston, Bolden, and company. Question is for me, can they take enough pressure off Warner? Can they run the ball to keep that Giants defense honest? Because they're going to be raging after that loss. And you're a Tuck and Pierce, they're going to want to get at Warner, knock him down. Because when he's upright, that's when Arizona's at their best. What are your keys to victory for Ken Wisenhunt and the Cards?
Well, keys to victory for Arizona, you have to spread the Giants out. You saw what happened last week. The Giants are still not healthy in that secondary, so you take advantage with those excellent receivers you had. I don't think Anquan Bolden will play this game. I think he might be out. So you still have Preston, you still have Fitzgerald, you still have Early Doucette. So take advantage with those, spread the Giants out. Utilize every option you have in that passing game because they're hurting back there in the secondary. 2, you have to protect up front. The key matchup for the Giants is Umenyiora versus Levi Brown. Levi Brown is struggling mightily protecting Kurt Warner, and this will be a game where he'll get tested all day by different pass rushers. So that's the big key. If Levi Brown can show up, then they're going to be fine. 2, they have to get after Eli Manning, pressure him, frustrate that offensive line, and with those different blitzes, because the Cardinals are stout against the run. So Jacobs and Bradshaw may have some tough footing running against the Cardinals. So Eli's going to have to win with his arm in this game. So he's going to have to be well protected. So they have to get after the quarterback for the Cardinals. Those are the keys to victory. And plus, it goes without saying, every week we say this, the Cardinals have to find a way to get the running game going.
And for the Giants, they cannot let Warner sit back there because they weren't getting no pressure on Breeze. And that's exactly what he did, was tear them up. Warner could do the same thing. It's not as good as an offense, but it's still up there. So you need to blitz, and early you need to blitz. You can't wait until it's 14, until they got 14 points. You got to come out the gates and start blitzing, start showing them looks they haven't seen. But for the Giants, their running game is successful. They got away from it because they got down in the game. They're probably going to get back to that with Jacobs and Bradshaw. But what are your keys to victory for Coughlin? And he wants to bounce back mightily.
Well, keys to victory for the Giants, even though the Cardinals are all stout against the run and you may not be able to get too much success against those guys, you still want to stick with it because they'll eat up that clock and keep the game within striking distance because you don't want to get in a throwing match with Kurt Warner and those receivers. 2, attack Levi Brown with different players rushing the pass because that is the protection problem with the Cardinals. Levi Brown probably really wants to skip this game and go to the next one because he has to face those tremendous pass rushers of the Giants. And 3rd, you have to forget about last week. Play your game, your pressure defense, apply the pressure. If you can't get it with 4, send 5. If you can't get it with 5, send 6. Take your chances back there with that secondary, but you have to move some pieces around because if you're going to sit back there and zone with that secondary that's depleted, Kurt Warner will eat the Giants alive. But I think redemption is going to be this week for the Giants. I do like New York in this game, coming home, that long trip they have to make from the West to the East Coast. So I like the Giants in this game. I think the Giants are going to do what they should have done last week and play it close, not get into a shootout. But I think the key matchup is, can Levi Brown block any one of those pass rushers? I like the Giants.
I like the G-Man in this one because I think they'll make the Cards one-dimensional. The running game won't be a threat. And they're going to tee off on Warner. They'll get enough stops, and they're going to win this game somehow, some way.
Yeah, the Cardinals right now, the Cardinals are the NFC Texans. You want to pick them, and then you don't. And they always do what they're supposed to when you don't expect them to. So it's tough to pick the Cardinals. I'm going to have to go to the Giants as well.
For more NFL previews for Week 8, visit footballgameplan.com/NFL.